Thing one tonight, what's Ben Carson been up to since taking the job as Secretary of the Department of Housing and Urban Development? A few weeks ago, he said that, quote, poverty to a large extent is also a state of mind. Last month, in his first remarks to hundreds of HUD employees, he referred to enslaved black people as, quote, immigrants. In the ensuing backlash, he doubled down, saying it was possible to be a, quote, involuntary immigrant. In April, while touring a public housing facility in Ohio, he described compassion as not giving poor people, quote, a comfortable setting. And by just about all accounts, opportunities for Carson to supplement his knowledge of HUD's responsibilities have not gone well. He has gone from world-renowned pediatric neurosurgeon to being Donald Trump's pick to run a government department that owns and maintains public housing complexes across the country. And the thing is that Carson had no and has no experience whatsoever for this new job, though he has claimed otherwise.
What would steer you to take a job for which a lot of folks say, hey, you have these ample medical degrees and one of the nation's top neurosurgeons. What do you know about doing this?
Well, I know that I grew up in the inner city and have spent a lot of time there and have dealt with a lot of patients from that area.
Like Carson, the president has gone ahead and appointed another HUD position official who doesn't have a shred of housing policy experience. She does, however, have a lot of experience planning celebrity golf tournaments and other events, including Eric Trump's wedding. Seriously.
The president has basically said to the people of New York and New Jersey, especially poor people and those in need, to drop dead. I don't know what kind of vetting would even allow someone with the reported background to get anywhere near an interview, let alone this level of a job. The HUD Region 2 office is probably the largest in the United States of America.
It oversees billions of taxpayer dollars.
Billions of dollars. It's the housing and urban development. It's not the housing and event planning or housing and urban decoration.
This is disappointing, but it is more of what we know about Trump, which is a lot of politics of patronage, a lot of sort of cronyism at the expense of competence, which is not draining the swamp.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. There comes a time when your common sense is just supposed to kick in, and we need to realize that we've made a huge mistake. This great experiment in democracy has been a failed experiment, and the Electoral College absolutely gave its votes to the wrong person for President of the United States. All of us are ignorant to a degree. Ignorance just means that you are unaware of something. You just don't know something. All of us are not stupid. And I'm sorry. If at this point you still support Donald Trump as president, you are stupid. This man has not been president 5 months, and he has turned this country absolutely upside down. The United States is the biggest running joke. The world is looking at us like we are a joke. Inside of 5 months, this man has not been president 1 year. And inside of 5 months, he instigated a failed military raid that resulted in the deaths of American soldiers. He has broken every single campaign promise that he made. To you Trump supporters, his cabinet is filled with nothing more than liars, cheats, thieves, crooks, people who expect you not to see what you're seeing, not to hear what you're hearing. If anything, Donald Trump, for you Trump supporters, is the absolute master of the Jedi mind trick, because I don't know what it is you're hearing and what it is that you are seeing that would indicate in any way, shape, or form that Donald Trump is doing a decent job as president of the United States. Donald Trump's ties to Russia have absolutely dogged his administration to the point to where he is firing people who had planned on investigating him, to where he has thrown people under the bus, anything to distance himself from the fact that this man was doing business with Russian entities, from Russian gangsters that were in Trump Towers at one point to whatever Russian dealings that he has going on now. You people refuse to believe that because of his dealings with Russia, that the Russians found a back door into our political system, and they used Donald Trump to try to influence our elections, to try to turn the tide on our elections. Donald Trump is a Manchurian candidate unlike any other. He's being used by Vladimir Putin. He's being used by practically anybody that has any common sense. This man is so woefully ignorant of the political process that it's not funny anymore. Everything that Donald Trump criticized President Obama for, he's turned around and done exactly what he said that President Obama should not do. President Obama is wrong for you to invade Syria. Then he turns around and he bombs a Syrian airport. It seems like his only purpose as president is to overturn everything that Obama has done. It's like you have no agenda that you set, no policies that you have set. Every waking moment when you're not on Twitter is overturning everything that Obama did. Now you're overturning what Obama did in regards to Cuba. For all of you out there who are so anti-Obama, this is an improvement. This is your alternative. You would rather have a man destroy the fabric of this country simply because he is white, and you want a white man in charge, and a white man can do no wrong in your sight. That makes you absolutely stupid. What happened to Make America Great Again? Because it seems that Donald Trump has entrenched himself in every aspect of everybody else's country except America. What happened to clean up your inner cities, or we'll come in and we'll do it for you? What happened to all of the things that Donald Trump talked about in his campaign that he has yet to deliver? He has not delivered one thing that he told people he was going to deliver. What happened to the great negotiator? I'm the great negotiator. That's why I'm a superior businessman. I'm a superior businessman. Superior. So why didn't you negotiate something with Cuba? You know, why did you just cut ties with Cuba? It's because you don't even know. If somebody were to sit down at a press conference, which is why he doesn't have press conferences, that he has to answer any questions, and say, okay, Mr. President, you want to cut ties with Cuba because of A, B, and C. Well, why do you want to do that? He couldn't tell you. He couldn't tell you why he bombed that Syrian airport. Well, I bombed it because my daughter, Ivanka, she said all the little babies that were being killed in Syria, it was wrong. It was wrong. So I'm going to bomb Syria. Only to find out that the very Russians that you propped up as good guys, that Putin that you propped up as a good guy, they were using that airport to funnel and do whatever business that they were doing, illegal and otherwise. And these are the people that you said were good guys. And then after you bombed that airport, Putin turned on you, sold you out. If you continue to support Donald Trump, you are absolutely stupid. If a hint of Obama having dealings with Russia ever surfaced during his campaign, you would have absolutely torched him. You would have called for his hanging. If any nude pictures of his wife surfaced on the internet, you would have called for his impeachment. This is a shame. This is a disgrace. If you had Obama on tape talking about grabbing some woman's pussy, you would want him just absolutely gone. And this man has been allowed to be a screw up in only 5 months. You're talking about 4 years. We got like 3 years and 6 months of this stuff to go from this man, unless they impeach him. Seriously, you need to impeach Donald Trump. Because I was with Trump on some things. The outsider, the political outsider, the person who's going to come in and shake up the system, who's going to quote unquote drain the swamp when you've actually put holes in the swamp, just filled it up. Okay, you are just as much of a political insider than you claim to be a political outsider. And now, after a long, hard, and difficult search to find the right person, to find the greatest candidate you can find to run HUD, Donald Trump appoints his wedding planner, puts a woman in charge of HUD who has no experience whatsoever. The woman's name is Lynn Patton, and she is now in charge. A wedding planner, for crying out loud, is now in charge of billions of dollars in HUD money. A woman who, I might add, who lied about her education, because apparently on her LinkedIn page, she claims to have what she calls a Juris Doctorate degree that she got from a law school in Connecticut. And after some research was done and some reporters went to the law school and asked about this woman's degree, they says, well, she went here all of 2 semesters. She didn't graduate. So I guess you and Donald Trump's wife have a lot in common. You're both liars. You both lie about your education. You got any naked pictures floating around somewhere? Because I'd like to see those. Oh, and I have to say that this is the New York branch of HUD, I believe. So that's where she'll be doing her damage in the future. So Ben Carson, another person with no experience, is in charge of HUD somewhere else. So I guess the great negotiator is going to get these two together. Mr. Moron, I want you to meet Mrs. Idiot, and you're going to be in charge of HUD. It's got the word urban in it. Urban, I figure you two Negroes know a lot about urban stuff. So I want you to do whatever you do at HUD. Huddle-a-ling-a-dinga, huddle on up, hudda-dudda-doo-da-day. Do whatever it is you do at HUD. I'm going to go play golf. But if I ever find out that Obama supported HUD in any kind of way, I'm going to cancel HUD, and then I'll go play golf. Cronyism, nepotism, tax cuts for billionaires, corruption at every single level of his administration, and for that small minority of people who still support him, this is okay with you. What is wrong with you people? It's like an episode out of one of the Batman movies. You know, you were so desperate in your attempts to get rid of Obama and keep Hillary Clinton out of office that you turned to a madman to try to correct the problem, and that madman is nothing more than an agent of chaos. Congratulations, Electoral College, and congratulations to all you Trump supporters. You elected the Joker to the office of President of the United States. This is KTM and the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.